Times others get to do. But I thank you for letting me be here today to talk with you about the commission, to talk with you about some of the partnerships that we've seen this year that have come to big fruition for the people that are the consumers of Mississippi, and then to take your questions. Y'all all know we've had a lot of things on our plate in the last couple of months, some big projects in Mississippi, some big things going on, and not only the electric power industry with the Kemper County plant, but also Mayo, Flint, and Bill Harris here from AT&T and others with Cellular South, the big issues in telecom. Just to give a quick intro, back in 2007 when I was running, I'd go up in some rural courthouse on the back of some flatbed truck somewhere in northeast Mississippi or over in the Delta, and I'd say, "I'm Brandon Presley, I'm running for the Public Service Commission, you know, I want you voting." They'd say, "Now, what is it that y'all do? Don't y'all give out driver's license, or don't you put in culverts?" And I said, "No, we don't do none of that stuff, we regulate utilities." "Oh, really?" And I said then that I felt like one big part of this job was making sure that the public understands what this agency does. Outside of the State Tax Commission, which touches us all the time in our paychecks and otherwise, our agency has a very direct touch on every person in Mississippi. We regulate industries outside of telecom that provide a service that you have to live, and you can't choose anybody but the company that provides it to you to get it. I see some of our friends from Farm Bureau and from the Poultry Association here today. One of the things that I have said that I want to tackle as time as chairman of the PSC is the issue of net metering. It's high time we do it. We have put this off way too long. Does everybody know what net metering is? I'm talking like I'm talking to industry folks here. Let me tell you what it is. It will allow a poultry farmer in Etowah County to be able to interconnect to Tom Bigby Electric Power Association, generate his own power for his production, for his operation, turn around then and sell his excess power back to the distributor at a discounted rate. Let me be very clear about this. On issues like net metering, the Public Service Commission should be a door opener and not a gatekeeper. And everybody in this room knows the difference in those two. We should open the door to make sure that we have the opportunities and show the opportunities and have public policy that responds to opportunities that help the people of this state. You hear people talk about somebody being anti-business or pro-business and all of that little label that people love to throw on one person or another, and sometimes it's very simplistic. I can't think of anything in the world that would be more pro-business than to allow our industries, our commercial operations in Mississippi, our family farmers, to be able to not only make a little money off of selling electricity, but what would it do for that business and that operation and that farm to be able to not have to pay an electric bill? We discount that so very much, the economic impact that these type of policies would have for the people around this state. The Kemper County plant was, as you know, the other two commissioners voted to approve that last Wednesday. I had voted against it, and I think that I wrote 2 dissents of 2 different orders about that, and I think that my concerns in it are this. Number one, the company will not guarantee to the ratepayers now. Now I want to be emphatically clear about this. There is no argument, there is no little gray area soft spot in what I'm going to tell you. The company will not guarantee that the trig technology central to the plant will in fact work. Period. There's not an argument nowhere about that. Transferred integrated gasifier trig, which is the engine, if you will, for the car of the plant. I'm using a silly analogy, but the engine was developed by Southern Company, Kellogg, Brown and Root, and with the Department of Energy. Nobody will give us a guarantee it'll work. That's number one. Number two. Of the $2.4 billion costs that were given in the project, the company testified that only 10% of the $2.4 billion was known, and that was their chosen term, known, meaning that there was some backup for it. That leaves $2,160 million unknown, 90% of the cost. My argument that I say throughout the dissent is this may be a wonderful project, but there's nothing lost by waiting. The lignite's not going anywhere. The fuel stock for the plant, it's under the ground. Unless the good Lord takes it back, it's going to be there.